Hi, I'm Christa Hughbanks, and I was once upon a time a kid like you. I went to Perry Preschool. I also went to Artist Elementary in Ypsilanti, and as well as Cheney Elementary in Ypsilanti in the Willow Run area. I also went to two universities in the state of Michigan, right here in Washtenaw County. And so I went to Eastern Michigan University to be a social worker. So I have a bachelor's in social work and a minor in psychology. And I went to University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, where I went and got my master's in social work, and I got to do a lot of things with that, and I got to work with the mental health population. And so these are some of the opportunities that you all have right here. And if you're not here in Ypsilanti, you can come from all over the world like everybody else does, and you can come here and get a really good education with the rest of us. So kids, make sure that you believe in yourself, that you ask questions when you're not sure, because once upon a time I didn't know I could do all these things, and I became an adult and asked my questions. So ask your questions while you're children, okay? All right, so I'm going to be reading today, Peyton Picks the Perfect Pie. Who likes pie? I like pie. Let's see if you can guess my favorite pie when we're reading this book. Peyton picks the perfect pie. This must be Peyton. Peyton is particular, but she's not picky. Grown-ups use that word a lot. Do grown-ups use that word a lot? Picky, picky, picky. It's never a good thing. And it's not fair. Peyton's like dogs and cats, scooters and bikes, pools and beaches. She's not picky. Peyton likes to try new things. Me too. Who else likes to try new things? She learned all about long division in math class. It was hard at first, but now it's fun, like solving a puzzle. Peyton just started playing the saxophone. She remembers to practice every day and enjoys it, as long as her dog Mila doesn't howl. Do you guys play an instrument? I used to play the flute. And Peyton loves sports, every sport. Peyton even likes dodgeball. And who likes dodgeball? Not me. But Peyton is particular about food. She doesn't like it when two foods touch on her plate. What? I don't mind. Do you guys mind? She doesn't like green foods. What? Orange foods? Oh no. Or red foods? Okay, Peyton. I don't know. Peyton doesn't like foods that are gooey or gummy, sticky or slimy, frosted or flaky. I wonder what she eats. And she most definitely doesn't like chunky or lumpy foods. But lately, Peyton has been thinking a lot about food. Her parents, Penny and Peter, love to cook. They never say it, but Peyton wonders if they would like her to be, well, less particular about food. Are you guys particular about your food? Peyton's parents host Thanksgiving each year and ask guests to bring pies. Pies. Everyone is always so happy during the holiday, surrounded by people they love and food they enjoy. Not Peyton, though. She loves her family, but the food is so green, so lumpy, and so flaky. Peyton's going to have to eat those greens. I'm going to change this year, Peyton tells Mila. I'm going to try all the food. Mila gives Peyton a quizzical look. Okay, not all the food, says Peyton with a shudder, thinking about the lumpy gravy. How about I try one new thing? Peyton hears her mother singing as she rolls out pie dough. Pie dough, that's so good. Do you guys like pie dough? I'll try pie, Peyton exclaims. On Thanksgiving morning, Peyton helps her mom weave strips of pie dough into a pretty top. The small holes allow juices from the apples to evaporate. Penny says that's why my crust is so flaky. Peyton tries to pretend she didn't just hear the word flaky. I knew it. I knew flaky was gonna bother her. She looks over at her dad. Dad, do you need any help? The first guests are here. It's Uncle Sherwood and Uncle Mark. Peyton is excited and a little nervous to see all the different pies. More pies. We've brought our famous lemon chess pie, says Uncle Mark. I like checkers better than chess, Peyton whispers to Mila. Then she asks her uncles, what does this pie have to do with playing chess? Pie and chess? Uncle Sherwood is a history buff. The recipe dates back several hundred years to England. The original name was cheese pie because the yellow filling sets up very firm like a piece of cheese. Cheese in the pie? Peyton is concerned. That sounds both lumpy and sticky. Don't worry, says Uncle Mark reassuringly. There's no cheese in our pie. Just lemon, sugar, caramel, butter, and eggs. Are you guys getting hungry yet? When the next guest arrives, Peyton is in the kitchen. She runs to hug Maria Alvarez, a social studies teacher at Peyton's school. Peyton, don't crush my ruffled milk pie. Uh-oh. Ruffled what? Peyton asked her favorite teacher. I first had this pie in Greece, explains Mrs. Alvarez. It's made with thin sheets of phyllo dough that are shaped into ruffles. Phyllo dough? Do you guys know what phyllo dough is? A sweetened egg custard is poured over the phyllo, and the pie is baked until the phyllo is crisp and the custard just wiggles. Oh no, Peyton whispers to Mila. A pie that wiggles? And aren't ruffles for dresses? That's what I thought. Peyton opens the front door to find a crowd on the porch. It's Grandma Pearl, Grandpa Rich, Aunt Mia, Uncle Noah, and Peyton's 3 cousins, Jude, Jane, and Jamal. Make room for me and my millionaire pie, says Grandma Pearl. Peyton asks her grandmother, do I get extra allowance if I try a piece? Don't be silly, Peyton, but this pineapple pie does taste like $1,000,000. I want some of that. Don't tell your parents yet, but I bought my pie at the bakery for $10. What a deal. I wonder if this pie is going to be good. Does your grandma buy pie from the bakery? There's a knock at the back door. Peyton and Mila run to greet the next door neighbors. Bonjour, Peyton, says Mrs. Macaron. Please take my plum galette. Galette, asks Peyton. Ooh. Or we, Peyton, exclaims Madeline. Who is in Peyton's grade? A galette is a rustic French tart. You arrange sliced plums on the dough, fold over the edges, and bake in viola or voila. Can you guys pronounce that word? Don't forget the candy violets, adds Mr. Macaron. Or your mother's cinnamon whipped cream. Oh my gosh, I'm getting hungry now. Peyton looks over to Mila and says, flowers made into candies, whipped cream with cinnamon. Finding a plain pie is going to be harder than I thought. I know, that's what I'm starting to think. Do these pies sound good to you guys? Cousins Rachel and Russell from New York have brought Boston cream pie. Peyton is confused. They aren't from Boston, and their pie looks like a cake. The Patels from across town arrive with Mississippi mud pie. Peyton can finally spell Mississippi correctly, but mud doesn't sound good. Aunt Grace has a tray of whoopie pies. They look like chocolate flying saucers held together by a creamy white filling. Peyton likes the name, and she likes chocolate, but she wonders, is it cheating to try a pie that looks like a gigantic cookie? Do you guys think that's cheating? Peyton hears a honk on the street. It's the Lees and their twin baby girls. They have brought 2 pies, pumpkin, pecan, and cranberry pie. Now that's what I'm talking about. These pies sound twice as fancy and twice as scary, Peyton thinks. No, they sound good, don't they? Peyton goes back into the kitchen. Maybe her parents can offer some advice about choosing the right pie. But Peyton's parents are very busy. Peyton's dad asks her to carry some dishes to the table and then turns to Penny. We're missing someone. Where is your sister? Polly texted to say she's running late. An ice storm in Denver meant her plane was diverted to Dallas. Polly said to start without her. That sounds scary. At the table, Peyton takes 2 slices of turkey, white meat of course, and no skin. And no thanks to lumpy gravy. A fluffy roll sits next to, but not touching, the turkey. She adds a tidy scoop of mashed potatoes. Penny gently clinks a fork against the side of her glass, and the guests quiet down. Peter, Peyton, and I are so grateful that you all could share this special day with us. We celebrate with food, but having you all around our table is the real treat. What are they celebrating? Does anybody remember? And that's a lot of food. It's finally pie time. There are big ones and small ones, tall ones and short ones, red ones and yellow ones, and is that even a green one? Peyton has never seen so many pies, but one thing they all have in common, Peyton thinks, is that they're kind of lumpy and maybe a little bit sticky or flaky. I'm not sure I can do this, Peyton confides to Mila. Just then the doorbell rings. Aunt Polly strides into the house holding 2 large frosty containers. I didn't bake pie, she calls out, laughing. I brought something even better, ice cream. I wonder if Peyton likes ice cream. I didn't know you could put ice cream on pie, Peyton says. Of course you can, Polly says. It's called pie a la mode. Does any of you have pie a la mode? Or do you call your ice cream with pie a la mode with pie? The truth is, pie is just okay, but add ice cream, and pie is divine. Peyton is suddenly feeling braver. She likes ice cream, particularly vanilla ice cream. Peyton takes a bite of her mom's apple pie. The pie is a little lumpy and a little flaky, but it doesn't seem as scary. Peyton takes another bite, then another. I thought I didn't like pie, but I guess I do. Sometimes when we think we don't like something, we just have to look at it in a different way, says her wise aunt. If all else fails, just add ice cream. I think that's true. I like your apple pie, Mom, says Peyton. Penny looks surprised. Happy but surprised. Peyton thinks for a moment and asks, can I try another pie? I'm so proud of you, Peyton. Which pie do you want? Chess pie, please. And do you think Uncle Sherwood might teach me some chess moves? Maybe I would like chess if I gave it another try. Peter raises his glasses and clinks with a fork. Here's to pie, especially pie a la mode. See all the family and the food and the pies? Okay, the pies is food. All right, but you guys know what I mean. Oh, look at that. There's a best ever apple pie recipe in this book. I'm not going to read the recipe, but you guys can pause the video and you can take down the recipe if you like. And don't forget your ice cream either. And that is the end. How did you guys like this book? I would say comment on the page in which I just read to you. And let us know how you like this book. Peyton Picks the Perfect Pie. And tell us about your Thanksgiving when you have it. Thank you, boys and girls, all the children.